To present tonight's award, please help us welcome to the stage Mr. Quasi Rogers from Federal National Commercial Credit.
Thank you, Scott. As Scott said, my name is Quasi Rogers, and on behalf of Federal National Commercial Credit, it's certainly an honor for me to announce tonight the winner of SECAF's Government Advocate of the Year Award. Tonight's honoree has provided leadership, commitment, direction, which has resulted in providing a profound and positive impact on the small and emerging contracting community. So this year, we are pleased to honor a government executive who embodies all of those characteristics. Maria Kersey is the director of the Office of Small Business Programs for the Defense Intelligence Agency. So I know that all the other speakers, I know that you were kept on a strict timeline, including myself. But I will say that I'm sure you will give Maria Kersey all of the time that she deserves, as she's the only one here that is letting contracts. So she said she was letting contracts. I talked to her earlier. She said she was letting contracts under one condition, that everyone remains silent during her remarks. So please join me in providing a warm SECAF welcome to Maria Kersey.
Can't see up here. First and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because it's because of him that all the things that I do are possible. Secondly, I would like to thank SECAF and whoever it was that actually nominated me, because I was completely caught off guard when I got the email and was informed that I was selected for this. So thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. My staff, for those of you who have been to DIA Small Business Office, you guys know that I have an outstanding staff. So, you know, a shout out to Mike, Roberta, Otis, Sophia, and Alicia. It's because of them that I'm up here today, because we work very hard and they work very hard. I always call Mike the mayor of DIA because everybody knows Mike Morales. So I want to thank them. When I came into this position 2 years ago, I stepped into some very big shoes, which was Sherry Baldwin. Everybody knew Sherry. Everybody loved Sherry. So that expectation was really high for me. You know, is she gonna be able to meet the expectation or do the things that Sherry was able to do? Because before her, the office really didn't exist. You know, we had someone sitting there, but they really weren't doing the job the way that they should. You know, sometimes people get in positions and they're kind of retired on duty, you know, so that's kind of what we were dealing with at DIA. But I always say Sherry came in and she built the foundation. And then she chose me to be that person that she wanted to present to the director and to the chief of staff at DIA and say, this is the person that I feel will fill my position and do a good job at it. You know, so when she came to me one day and said, hey, I nominated you to take my position. There's nobody else in this organization within contracting that I feel could do this job. And I was just like, wow. I was just like, I can't believe that she did that, because I'm always just one of those people, I just do the work. I don't get caught up in all the craziness that goes on, you know, around me. I just do the work. You know, but I've always been an advocate of small business. I was the first CO in that agency to actually give a contract to a HBCU. You know, every opportunity that I had, I always tried to give work to small businesses, because I always knew as a contracting officer as well as a program manager, when I had small businesses, I knew I didn't have to go through 7, 8 layers to get to who I needed to talk to when I had an issue. I was gonna be able to pick up the phone, call the owner of that company, and they were gonna come to that office day or night if I needed them, call me at home if I needed them to do that, and I was gonna get my issues resolved. So when she chose me to be that person, I was just like, oh Lord, how am I gonna be able to do this? You know, because like I say, everybody loves Sherry Baldwin. So I remember at her retirement ceremony, you know, she made me come. I wasn't gonna come, but she was just like, no, you gotta come because people are gonna meet you, and you know, I want you to come because the only reason people are even gonna show up is because they wanna know who's gonna be my replacement. It's not about me, it's gonna be about you. And I was like, no, that's not true. And sure enough, as soon as she said my name, I got swarmed by everybody in the room. And I was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta stay in here another 2 hours, you know? But, so let me do this right now because I know there's a lot of people in here I haven't actually had the opportunity to meet. So this is an exercise. For those women with those big purses you bought in here, if you got a pen, pull it out. For all you gentlemen in your suits, pull out your pen. I want you to write our phone number down. If you have not been to see me or if it hasn't been a while since you've been up to DIA. Our phone number is 202-231-2166. Okay, you can call, you can schedule an appointment with myself. It may take a little longer for you to get in to see me, but eventually you will get in to see me and I'm gonna spend at least an hour with you, okay? I'm gonna learn about your capability. I'm gonna learn about you, okay? Because it's important to know who are these business owners. If you can't get an immediate appointment with me, feel comfortable in knowing any one of my staff members are gonna take care of you. You are gonna get Nordstrom's customer service when you come to DIA. You can expect that, okay? So please write that number down. Again, 202-231-2166. I have to say, working for Lieutenant General Michael Flynn was a life-saving, it was just a blessing. General Flynn believed in small business. He believes in it. So he made my job so easy. He was my biggest advocate, and I love him for that. You know, he says, Maria, I need small business. I need innovation, I need agility, I need cost savings. Help me find it. So whatever I needed, he had my back. Almost every day I go in there, I got some kind of battle I have to deal with because for the most part, these program managers are used to dealing with certain contractors. You know how the game is, you know. They've had that one contractor forever, and they're the only ones that can do the work. So we got to do a sole source justification because they're the only ones that can do this work, you know. And my thing was always, no. We have small businesses out there that can do the work. I bet you 9 times out of 10, at least half the people sitting in those seats are a small business, but they don't get to tell you that because they're working as a sub for a large. I said, but trust me, I'm not about just finding small business. I'm about finding the right small business. So when you come to me, you know, don't come to me talking about your socioeconomic status. I don't care about that. Don't sell me that, because I don't care. That should be what you leave out the door telling me. But don't come to me with that. You tell me about your company, and you're gonna tell me about what you're gonna do to help our mission, to help our warfighters, to make DIA and the IC community successful to protect this nation. That's what I wanna hear about. Nothing else. Don't talk to me about I'm an 8A, you know, and you can do it direct. I don't want to hear about that. Please don't do that. Because anybody that's in here that knows me knows I'm going to tell you the truth. So please do not do that. But General Flynn had my back. And when he left, I cried. Literally, I cried. And I was like, Lord, what am I going to do? You know, he has me. I know that no matter what, and I'm telling you, I fight some battles with those SESs, you know, because they want who they want. But my thing is, no, let the market research drive how this acquisition is going to go. And I'm telling you, I will fight for small business, fight tooth and nail. And I have been successful thus far. Now, I'm not going to win every battle. I realize that, you know, but I'm going to do my darndest to make sure that small business has an opportunity in DIA. Since I took over, we went from 22% small business to over 32%. We do over 15% in service disabled veteran owned. But we can do better. We can do even better. And that's my goal. My goal is to see you guys doing at least 50% of the work. To me, that's a measure of real success. Half of our dollars should go to small business. There's no reason why it can't. But what I need you guys to do is when you get those opportunities and you get your foot through the door, you have to perform. You are expected to perform like those big businesses. The only thing is, you don't have that brand behind you, so you can't afford to fail. So when you get through the door, do the damn thing. Show them that I can do this, we will do this, and we will be successful at it, okay? Large businesses, what I need you guys to do is own up to the commitments that you guys put on paper when you do your subcontracting participation plans and your subcontracting plans. If you say that you're gonna do 36.7%, if you're gonna say you're gonna do 42%, do it. Don't write something on a piece of paper because you think that's what's gonna get you a contract. Own up and do what you say you're gonna do. There's enough food on the table for everybody to eat. For everybody to eat. Now, you might not get the whole pie, but you're gonna get a nice piece of the pie. So let everybody get a piece, okay? Let everybody get a piece. Like I said, when General Flynn left, I literally cried because I said, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? But that man hugged me and he said, Maria, you're gonna be okay. He said, you do your job. You don't be afraid of these SESs. Don't be afraid. He told me more than one. He said, do not be afraid of these SESs. Do your job and the next one has you. Don't worry. And he was talking about General Stewart. And I can say, he has me. Because the same passion that General Flynn felt about small business, so does General Stewart. He knows that small business is what he needs. He needs large businesses as well. But he realizes that those small businesses are going to give him that innovation, creativity, and cost savings that he needs. So for those of you who have not gone after work at DIA, because I don't have a presence there, I don't know anybody, you don't need to know anybody. You need to know our mission. You need to understand what we do and what value you're gonna bring. Don't be afraid to go after that work because a lot of incumbent contractors are getting moved out. So don't be afraid. If you're a fit, if you see a requirement out there and it's a fit, go after it. If you don't think you're large enough where you might, you might need to be a subcontractor, then you find the right team. Don't try to get on the team that has 50 other small businesses on it because you know you're not gonna get no work. You know you're not. So don't come whining to me when, that large business is like, well, we don't have any positions for you right now. Well, you knew that when you signed up to be on that team. You wasn't gonna get no work, but you just wanted to be part of the bid. So don't blame that large business. You have to own what you've done by signing up to a team that you knew the chances of you getting work were slim to none. But large businesses, to you guys, stop doing it. When we look at our small business participation plans, it doesn't look good when you guys have 50, 60 teammates. Because what we're looking for is, are you really gonna be able to give work share to those small businesses? That's what we're looking for. Is your small business participation plan really workable? Where you can give those small businesses guaranteed work share, you do that. That's what's gonna get you an outstanding. Giving them real work share, giving them relevant work, not surge. they're gonna do surge. No, that's not gonna work at DIA, okay? For requirements, when you guys see those sources sought, I need you to respond. It's out there for a reason. I'm trying to get work to you. Respond, and do not send me your capability briefing, your little slick sheet. Respond to the statement of work that's being posted. Be thoughtful, be creative. Even though I know that you're not gonna get real drawn out in it, go ahead and write something that's gonna set you apart so I can get this stuff set aside for you, okay? Because we are working hard at DIA to get you guys through the door. I would ask that if you are a small business and you're interested in being a protege, please look out to those larger businesses who are doing well. See if you guys are a fit. If you already have partnerships with some of these large businesses, you know, maybe you guys can come together and come to DIA under MPP agreement. Okay, right now we have a moratorium, but hopefully at the end of the month it's gonna be lifted so we can start doing new ones and get the ones that we had to suspend, get those done. So please, you guys have to work together. But I know I said a lot. There is a RFI that's out there now for Industry Day that's coming up on the 12th, so if you haven't signed up, if it hasn't closed already, please make sure you do it. It's actually for the Chief Financial Officer, their resource office. There's gonna be an IT piece in there, as well as some other pieces about 4 contracts they're actually combining. So go out and look for that. Please respond. DIA doesn't show up in Fed Biz Ops as DIA, okay? We're the Virginia Contracting Activity, okay? Look for us, respond. Come in and see us. For those of you who are in here, large and small businesses, you know, you can come by my office anytime. If I'm not sitting down with somebody, I will always sit down with you guys. You can always do a drive-by. If I'm not busy, you can come on in and sit down with me and just talk. If I can give you a referral, whatever, that's what I'm there to do. But please respond. We're doing our best to try to put a new forecast out for you guys. We're trying to get that together now. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll have a forecast for you for some of the things that are going to be coming out for end of year. But again, I thank you. I appreciate you all. Continue to fight the fight. And one last thing on a personal note for me, for those of you who may have heard on the news about a young student from Howard University who came up missing yesterday, that's one of my dear friends and a colleague, Loretta Buckley, who works down in Quantico. She's a contracting officer. That's her son. I would ask that you all pray for her and her family. So, thank you.